Unboxing MoYu cubes. Boom, 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 boom. That didn't work. Okay, so we got some cubes here. It's time to go check them out. I saw something that said MF8. That sounds cool. It's funny though, because there's a brand called MF8, but it's not an MF8 MF8. It's just Mofang Jihoshi MF8, not an MF8 one. I'm too old. MF8 used to make puzzles, especially different kinds of puzzles. They also made a Diane MF8 4x4 that used to be very popular back in the day. Yeah, I would say it's the best 4x4 that actually used one of those Rubik style designs with the ball core. So here we have Stickerless GTS3M, I'm assuming, but I don't know if it's magnetic or not. Okay, talking about the MF8, it's a non-MF8 MF8. Fun. I'm gonna be opening that a little later. Now we've got a GTS3, which is not the GTS3M, it's just a GTS3. So I'm guessing this is probably a GTS3, some kind of M. I'm hoping it's the light because I'm quite looking forward to that. And we've got this 4x4. I'm actually not entirely sure what it is, but I have heard there's something about an AoSu GTS2M or something like that. So maybe it's a... These boxes are pointy. MF9! Wow. Okay. So, this one's in my hand, so I'm going to open this one. Okay, so AoSu GTS2M 4x4. Now I wonder what the difference is between that one and the other one. I've got kind of worked. Okay, let's go and check this one out. So we've got the cool box, although to be honest I think they're a little too big, but whatever. Okay, so we've got this 4x4 in right here. Now we've got to check out who this card. Oh, Olivia. And it comes with the typical stuff, the spare magnets. It's got a screwdriver, stand, typical stuff that you get in those new fancy MoYu boxes. Coming in here. Alright, we've got the 4x4. Now I'm going to get the other 4x4 at the same time, just so that I can make a direct comparison. That's really direct. Okay, so first of all, it's got a different logo. I think this is the one that I got from the little baggie, so I'm going to keep this one aside for this moment. Alright. Okay, it feels a little tight. My thumb's bleeding. It feels a little tighter than the one that I know, than the first version. But it's very smooth. I think it honestly feels a little bit more like what is that other 4x4 by Chi? Okay, the other 4x4 by Chi that everyone uses. I don't remember what it's called. It feels kind of like that, except that it's smoother. It's much smoother than the... I don't remember. Okay. I really should know that because everyone uses it. Okay, yeah, so it kind of feels like that. It's a little faster though, and smoother, but I'm sure it needs a little bit of tensioning and lubing, and it's probably going to be a little better after that, but... Okay, yeah. Definitely need some tensioning to fix that, and maybe something, some kind of lube to fix the speed. So that was in the box. Now we're looking at the one in the bag. Okay. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure what the difference is. I'm thinking maybe the magnets are a little less strong. Okay, to be honest, I really can't tell. Okay, well, this one's definitely faster, and I'm overturning and locking up a tiny bit more with this one than this one. This one seems to be a little better balanced, but to be honest, I can't really tell if it's a different cube or not. So, we've got those two. Now I'm going to go with the 3x3s. So, got this one here, which is the GTS3, no M. I'm going to check out how that one is. I thought that the magnets on the regular GTS3M were a little strong. So I'm looking forward to see what kind of, how it is without magnets. Or with, I'm assuming this is the light version. I'll be testing it in a second. It also came with a piece of paper, and it sounded like something fell out. Oh, it is the light, or whatever you want to call it. GTS3M with weak M. I hope that's not the real name they're going to call it. That would be a pretty bad name. And we've got the adjuster tool here. So I'm going to have to take all of this out. GTS3 no M for this one, and GTS3 weak M for that one. Okay.
Any chance you're going to introduce your not so special guest soon?
Never. I don't introduce guests.
Ah, they just appear.
Yep, especially their hands. Usually it's just their hands that appear, but sometimes you can hear their voice as well.
Huh. This says test cube, by the way.
Yeah, so I'm testing.
Weekend.
Okay, so I like what it feels like without the magnets. It seems to be decent for comms, even though I don't even know what it was doing. Okay. Alright, okay. Just as I say, it's good. It kind of... I think it needs a little bit more tensioning, but I do like what it feels like without the magnets. Maybe have some potential for OH or something like that. I'll have to test it out a little more and see how it is. Work with the tension a little bit, perhaps, and especially that there are so many different options with this cube. Okay, weak M. Ah. Now this is more like it. I don't even use that, Alec. What was he doing? Okay. So this one's a little faster, and it's got a bit of that magnetic-iness to it, but not quite as strong as the full-out regular version, and I do like it a little better. It, of course, needs some tensioning. I think that it's a little loose right now, and that's causing me to lock up some, because it's a little too fast. But with some work, I'm sure it's going to be excellent. Now, we can go to the MF8 for the MF9. So the non-MF8, MF8. I'm sorry, I must be really annoying with that. Okay. Oh, it's looking pretty good. I like the shades.
Man, I want to try those out.
Usually you don't expect budget cube brands to have nice shades like this and to have cubes that look this appealing. But
Or to have big cubes, period.
yeah, it's true. This is the first budget cube 8 and 9, I believe. So, first turns.
Now, one thing to remember with the even-numbered cubes is that they tend to be slightly less stable than the odd numbers, which is...
Oh, this one seems to be quite stable. Definitely needs some lubing. But
is it speed cube capable?
Well, I did think... I saw Mathieu Weilong getting pretty good times with this cube. But, well, yeah, with lube, it's probably decent. I'm really struggling with that, but it's a little... I like the size, actually. The cubes are very small to allow you to grip it properly. It's not much bigger than... I don't have a 7x7 with me, but it doesn't seem to be extraordinarily large.
Able to run and get one.
Okay, now for the 9x9. MF9. Okay, so it feels kind of like the MF8, but it's a little better.
7x7.
Okay, so we have an AoSu to compare with. Did you want to try this one, Andre?
Yes.
Oh wow, it's actually smaller than the original AoSu, which is pretty cool. Go ahead and give that one a shot and tell me what you think.
That is nice.
You want to get it in the camera?
Yeah, I'll get that in shot.
So sometimes I've seen to be getting some kind of lockups there when the centerpieces go away, run away, trying to elope or something like that. But that might probably fix with some lube, just because it'll help everything slide better, and so I won't be getting this. But who knows? So cool to have this. I'm gonna make a checkerboard for you. I mean, these cubes are not super big for these days, but still. This is actually the first time I've owned an 8x8 or 9x9. Yeah, Not that bad, especially considering the.
And they're not very heavy either. This isn't something that you're going to strain your wrists on. Like I know the 11 by is it 11 or 13?
The 13 by 13.
13 by 13 definitely is something you want to rest on your knee while you're solving, or regularly. This feels like something you could easily just hold. I mean, it's not heavy. I don't know about the 9 by 9, but this is definitely not excessively heavy.
So it's the 9 by 9 even is just slightly bigger than the original AoSu. So it's a
I
little
feel
big,
that.
but it's not extraordinary.
Yeah, a little bit heavier, but not much. It's actually compared to. I'll get my scale and we'll get numbers on these.
All right.
Because I've got a decently precise scale right here.
4x4 is pretty good. Definitely faster than the previous version. And I think, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I think the layers are a little smoother and maybe the magnet's a little weaker. But when I said it was kind of like the, I still don't remember what the name of that cube is. I know there's a cube. Ooh, no. I don't remember. Oh my god. Okay, so we've got a
Do we
scale
want to
here.
zoom in on this so we can see the numbers?
Sure.
Alright, so 0. Knife for a test reference here. So, original, Antoine says AoSu, I'll go with that. He knows much better than me. Nearly 250 grams. And I'll just switch units. Which are at the 8.793 ounces. Which means nothing to me, but may be useful to people who live in non-metric countries. So, the MF8.
Oh, significantly lighter.
Wow.
That's pretty cool. 220 grams.
Which
Yeah.
I'll just switch the units on that so that people in the States can get an idea.
I'm sure they know what grams are.
Yeah, but more familiar units might not be a bad thing. 7.75. Yeah.
Okay, now MF9. So, pretty significantly more.
Significantly more,
So
but
it's,
not much than this.
A little more than the original AoSu, which is pretty cool. Now,
And,
something that, since we're here, I think...
10.15-ish ounces.
Yeah. So I think it would be cool to compare the GTS3Ms with the 2Ms. So,
I'll get that in closer.
Oop, I turned it off there.
I'm gonna hit the light again as well.
Okay, so GTS2M is 86.5 grams. And if we look at the 3M, 84 grams. So they're, even though the GTS2M is fairly light cubed, it just seems to be... Oh, wait a second. This is not the M. That's why it's the magnets. Okay, let's try the...
This is WeChem, test cube.
Okay, 90. So you can see the magnets actually make... Was it 6 grams of difference? Yeah. Wow. And the 2M here, 86. So it's slightly heavier. And
You
that's...
gotta account for the stickers though. There's less sticker on this than there should be.
Seriously.
The scale can tell the difference.
Okay, so the 3M is a little heavier than the 2M. Probably because of the tensioning mechanism. But it does actually make for a bit of a heavier kind of feel. Oh, wow, I'm really bad. So the cube at the moment is very fast, and I wouldn't dream of using it for one-handed. I definitely got to slow this down, but otherwise, once I get this tensioned and lubed, it certainly seems like a cube with potential. So that's it for the unboxing. Quick recap: I had the GTS3 and the GTS3M, 3 week M, and that one I'm gonna have to be. I think I'm gonna be especially working with that one. See how I can make it a little tighter, a little slower, a little more controllable, and see how I can make that one good, even better. And then I have the AoSu 2M, I think, but I've got 2 versions. I'm not exactly sure what the difference is, but in any case, they both seem to be pretty good. Seem to be smoother than the current whatever it is right now, than the AoSu GTS3M. And then I have the MF8 and MF9, which are very good considering their budget cubes, and they're not very expensive. Although For now, they're quite slow.
I look forward to trying them out.
But they definitely need some lubing and some breaking in. So, thank you for watching. And this is my last video I think that I'm going to make before going to China. So, I guess I'll have to see you again in a different continent.